Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well today. We spent about 4 or 5 hours on the live stream today messing around with Xul. I was trying out some different builds, trying to get a better understanding of what is actually going on in his rework. And I wanted to go in again with our Necromancer friend and show you what I've learned. I do want to say at the start, last episode we did the sweeping strikes build. I think that one is by far the easiest still. And for my playstyle, where I like to take camps and be really aggressive with pushing, I do think that is probably still the way to go. That being said, there is more than one way to play now, and I want to show off a different playstyle right after I pick my master skin. And then change my mount. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Dragonshire map today. The friendly team Xul, Deckard, Kane, Hanzo, Artanis, and Illidan. The enemy team Tyrande, Jaina Proudmoore, Alarak, Deathwing, and Falstaddy Falstad. So that intro was for a different game. I played a game where a butcher didn't pick talents for fucking 3 talent tiers. Oh, woo! Woo-hoo-hoo. But this is a new experience. We're not tilted. That's okay. So today I'm going to be playing with a bit of a hybrid build between the skeletons and the scythes. We're going to go for early game skeletons to stack up that quest and make them a little bit more faster and aggressive at chasing after enemies. And then in the late game, we're going to focus on scythes. The more scythes we throw, the more skeletons we can spawn. I don't remember if I said in the intro or not, but I played a lot of Xul today, about 4 or 5 hours of it on stream, and I have a pretty good idea of how the rework plays. I will say, for me, I love the Curse Strikes build more. Because when I think of Xul, I'm still thinking of a person who can double soak lanes because he can clear them so fast, he can go take camps whenever he wants to. Those are things that attract me to the character. I like PvE characters. I think they're really fun. However, the build we are going is a lot more difficult. It takes a lot more precision. It takes a lot more positioning awareness. You can't just walk into a whole team and try to cleave them down. You got to think your actions through. So inherently, it's just harder to play. And I've had a lot less time to master it than I have with the Cursed Strike build. So keep all that in mind. I'm going to try to do the best I can. Matchmaking is probably going to be all over the place, but we're not judging. We're being optimistic. In fact, I'm glad that more people are logging in to play the game. I'm glad that Blizzard made all of the heroes free and people are trying out new stuff. I think all of that is a super big positive. Just maybe don't match them with me. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we took this camp. It'll start pushing the bottom lane. Deathwing and Alarak have cemented themselves down there for the time being. We'll go ahead and throw a scythe on Deathwing. If we root someone with our E, all of our skeletons are going to focus that. Where'd Alarak go? Did he just go top? Okay. I thought he was still defending middle. If we hit someone with their E, all of our skeletons focus them. We can have 3 skeletons from the minion wave and an infinite number, as far as I know, from spawning scythes. Of course, that's a little, misleading. 1 scythe hitting an enemy means we're going to spawn 1 skeleton. Our quest that we just picked up for level 4 allows us to enhance the abilities of our summoned skeletons just by summoning them. That's all we have to do. Nothing complicated about that at all. Literally walk into a minion wave and use your curse strikes and you're going to be accomplishing your quest parameters. We can hit this Tyrande relatively hard here. Hanzo coming in as well. I'm going to go ahead and pop my bone armor to slow her down and help secure that kill. Our bone armor has a ridiculously low cooldown. At least it feels that way with this setup. So we're going to be trying to use that as much as we can. Even though the enemy team got the first objective, they weren't able to do too much with it. So that is certainly positive for us. I'm going to clear 1 more wave here and then rotate back down to bottom. Again, all I have to do for my quest is be in a minion wave when minions die. It does not get much easier than that. It really doesn't. We're going to rotate down to the bottom lane. Looks like Deathwing's running a little afraid. Again, just cleaving this down. That's all we care about. We're here to get XP, get skeletons, and then move to another lane. This is called double soaking. There are a few maps that Xul can do this extremely well on. Blackheart's Bay, Tomb of the Spider Queen, and this one, just to name a few, just because the lanes are so close together. Just because the lanes are so close together. So we're going to keep focusing on that. Hopefully we get some heals from Deckard. It looks like Artanis, be a little greedy with those health potions, bro. Back up, bruh. We're going to go for Trag'Oul's Essence. This is going to cause any skeleton that we have out on the map to heal us whenever they attack something. Ooh, good damage. I'm going to slow him again with my bone armor and help secure that kill with the friendly team. Beautifully done. So, all this put together just means that we want to throw as many sides as possible. We want to cleave down minion wage as much as we can, and hopefully that'll be enough to help secure some kills. Now, while these skeletons are out and they're pushing, they are going to be returning health and mana to us. Every time they auto-attack, every time these... Ooh, hit my mic, my bad. Every time these little dudes hit something, they are going to be giving us a small amount of HP back and a small amount of mana back. You should almost be thinking of this as just a little regen globe. It's really not much more. We're going to wait for the barrel roll. Here it comes, I'm sure. Oh, he's rooted. Awkward. That was my fault. Hopefully they still get him. Woo, misplay. Good job. They did great. And we got the objective this time as well. Okay, I would like to take a second to remind you, now that we're 5 minutes into this game, that we're doing an all-day charity stream on March 29th. It's the 9-year anniversary of my brain surgery. And to celebrate that occasion, to celebrate life, we're going to be trying to raise some money for a children's hospital in Orlando, Florida. So if you would like to stop by, I would love to have you there, March 29th. I don't know when it's starting. It's going to be when I wake up, and it's going to end when I go to bed. That's why it's called all day. We are going to go for Poison Nova. I've been enjoying Poison Nova so much since the rework. I know there was definitely a time in Xul's history where Poison Nova was trash, and it's still probably... I might need to be careful here. There's everybody missing. A little scared. A little scared. There is a time where it's trash, and, you know, maybe it still is. But it's my kind of trash, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and root him. We'll go ahead and pop the Poison over here as well. Slow him down and cleave him to bits. Look at that, dude. Look at that shit, dude. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying now? You see what I'm fucking saying, bro? Obviously, Hanzo did a lot of damage to that Tyrande there, and we are going to thank him for his contribution. But, whew, it's looking pretty spicy. It's looking pretty spicy. With the cleave build, I do feel like I could take camps much easier. We did test out the damage, and I believe it wasn't a very conclusive test. I just wanted to try mode, and I was like, I'm gonna hit the boss. And then I hit him. But it seems like the Q build will do more damage to things like Immortals on Battlefield of Eternity. So if you're looking for single target NPC damage, I do think this build will throughput a little bit more. It's not a ton more. If you are looking to do more AoE PvE damage or PvP damage, you cannot beat the root, dude. You just can't beat it. We got a very good scythe there. Ended up slowing down 2 people on the enemy team. Unfortunately, I can't do too much more. Illidan might actually be able to get a quadra kill here, depending on his positioning. Falstad is taking a ton of damage from the minion wave, but unfortunately, he lost vision and was taken down. I feel like the major shortcoming with this rework is not telegraphing the power of your skeletons more. Without going back and looking, did you know how many skeletons I had there? No. Probably not. We get 3 whenever a minion wave dies. We get 1 whenever our scythe lands. We also have the ability to get additional size with Echoes of Death. And that can spawn a shit ton of skeletons. But it's difficult, I feel, again, after playing him for 1 day, it's difficult, I feel, to really gauge your power at any given time, because your power is constantly fluctuating based on how many of these skeletons you have on the map. So it'd be really nice to have a bigger UI indicator, I feel, to let you know exactly how you are doing with your current skeletons. Looks like Deathwing is running away from us. We might run in here for a good Nova, maybe. Here we go. We're gonna root Alarak as well. Get a scythe off on him, get out of his way, and then move back behind him so we nail those scythes in his position. Pretty scared here, but we're going to spawn a scythe in front of Jaina. Could not get close enough to root her as well, unfortunately. I didn't see how much healing Deckard Cain actually gave us there, but I felt pretty safe, actually. I said I was scared. I don't know if I meant it. So right now we have 3 scythes. She's not rooted. She's not slowed, so I couldn't get the prison on her. We did dodge that. Maybe I can land it now. I mean, what's it going to do? It did spawn a couple of skeletal warriors on top of her, but at the end of the day, that's not much. That's not much. Dragon Knight's still pushing the middle lane. We're going to continue to throw out our scythes here, trying to get all of them to cleave a single target. If we... Oh. So Spectral Scythe deals an additional 2 scythes. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I understood it right. Someone told me today that this talent gave bonus damage, and I was like, what? No comprende? Didn't make sense? Maybe it's another talent later on that does. I don't know. So basically, whenever we throw out a scythe, the 2 other scythes spawn in a fixed location based on where we begin the cast. So if I throw out one here, one's going to spawn here, and one's going to spawn here, and then those 2 come to my character as well. Those don't change their position based on where you're standing. So if you throw that down and then move forward, those extra scythes don't move with you. They spawn in the same spot as when you cast them. That's what it's based on, which I feel like is a little strange. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like the scythes could be a really big cue to be aggressive. Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much. We are going to pick up Decrepify. Enemy heroes that are damaged by the Spectral Scythe or Skeletal Warriors are slowed by 40% for 2.5 seconds. That slow is really good because you're pretty much always going to have a Skeletal Warrior doing something. Whether or not you know you spawned one or not, if you're in a minion wave, one's going to be there. We're walking in for Big Boy Nova, Big Boy Nova, Big Boy Nova. Falstad got hit hard. Alarak got hit hard. We're going to slow both of these guys down. Turn on the cleave, finish him off. And if Deathwing's trying to run away, he's going to have to run into some scythes. Pretty good, team. Pretty good. Now, I would rather not push the top lane, so we're going to rotate down to the middle lane here. A lot of people in the professional scene, when that was a thing, like to refer to that top bridge as the Bridge of Death for a very good reason. You pretty much walk in here, you corral yourself, and then you get picked off by gigantic fucking AoEs. We have a little bit of time. I'm going to try to focus this down as fast as I can. We do have a couple minions with us, but nothing too serious. Because there's no minions to kill here, we don't have any Skeletal Warriors spawning with us. However, that is going to change very quickly. One more scythe, and then we'll reposition. Illidan has rejoined the game and then left the game. Oh, we're doing this with a bot, boys. We're doing it with a bot. So let's try to focus this camp down, get this pushing the bottom lane, get it applying a little bit of pressure, and then maybe see if we can get this objective. We do not have our Poison Nova back off cooldown yet. I think I am going to stay with the team rather than splitting off to get that top shrine. I'm just going in to spawn a scythe. I hit him with 2, and I hit Jaina with 1 as well. We're going to focus Deathwing here. Poison Nova going out. And we're also going to pop our bone armor and try to reposition here just a tad. Root onto Tyrande as she was slept by Deckard Cain, and then repositioning to the other side of her, so those extra scythes have to move through her to get to me. That was a pretty good engage there. Very, very happy with that. We have a 3-level lead versus this enemy team right now. I'm going to cleave this wave down, get some skeletons in here, and then go up to the top lane and try to get that objective for the friendly team. We should have plenty of time here to do this. Cap mid. I'll just run up there really quick. That 3-level lead is going to maintain, it looks like, but we are going to be level 20 here pretty soon. And obviously level 20, pretty big power spike for a lot of heroes. So this should end the game. What I like to pick at level 20 is actually Andrael's Visage. Being able to heal with my Poison Nova when I'm going for the Curse Strikes build feels like a lot of extra healing. What we're going to go for, however, is Kalan's Edict. So anytime one of our Skeletal Warriors deals damage, which, you know, hopefully they're dealing a decent amount of damage. We just spawned a couple extra in there. Yeah, literally 2. Every time they deal damage, they're going to reduce the cooldown of our heroic ability. The friendly team doing the wrong thing here, pushing top. You always want to push bottom in this situation where you have to pick between the two. But let's try to make it work. Poison Nova. Looks like it connected with a few of them. And they are doing damage to the building. I just can't really engage the way I really want to. Trying to hit this Alarak with as many of our projectiles as I can. Repositioning for the Tyrande now, I think. Is Illidan going to be able to make it out of here? It looks like he is. We did get that building down, and we are moving towards the core with Falstad dead. We should have this, especially with the Dragon Knight still up. Although not a lot of people are actually focusing the core at the moment. Stuns going out are hitting our entire team. We're going to get out of the way of that counter-strike. Move towards Deathwing. Spawning as many scythes as I can. Beautiful. Moving out of that as well. Okay, we're chilling, we're chilling. There's a scythe that connects. Now we run towards her. That other scythe would have connected. Beautiful. Core still taking damage. And I hope I played this adequately enough that you get an idea of what I was trying to accomplish. Now, I am by no means a Xul main. In fact, when Xul was released, I fucking hated him because he was too overpowered. Right now, he has a 64% win rate, so maybe he's back in that same category again. But I will say, I prefer the Curse Strike Xul a lot more. It's a lot more aggressive. You can just kind of go in. Now, if the enemy team has taunts, if the enemy team has a lot of lockdown, then this build would be superior. And if you're on a map that does not have a lot of camps, this build, I think, would be superior. But that's just my opinion. You can think whatever the fuck you want. It's the internet. Someone's already complaining down in the comments. Just scroll down, you'll see it. I don't care what that guy can feel the way he feels. He's entitled to his feelings. We just hit level 14. One level to go to the golden ring. The talents we went for was Shackler, Jailers, Tragul's Essence, Poison Nova, Echoes of Death, Decrepify, and Kalan's Edict. That one's really good. This was so good because battle momentum used to be a thing for a lot of heroes. And battle momentum, when it was originally added to the game, also reduced the cooldown of your heroic ability. So anytime you auto-attacked anything, if you picked battle momentum, it would lower the cooldown of not only your basics, but your heroic as well. So you could spam them like crazy. Then battle momentum was nerfed. Then battle momentum was removed from a lot of different fucking heroes. But this is damage to anything. This isn't even damage to heroes. Each time a Skeletal Warrior deals damage to anything, you get bone armor more often and you get your ult more often. That is insane. That is fucking crazy, especially when we're spawning as many scythes as we were in this game. It's very, very good. If the enemy team has a lot of melee, you can't go wrong with Xul, honestly. I think that this build and the Cursed Strikes build do very well versus melee. However, if the enemy team is targeting you with CC, like if you're playing a Butcher, everyone knows to hard counter the Butcher. Everyone knows you can't let the Butcher just attack. A lot of people, I feel, aren't associating that with Xul just yet, and I think that will change after this big power spike. Charity stream March 29th. I would love to have you guys there. Take care. Have a great night. Stay safe. Stay indoors. See you guys next time.